Sometimes being stuck in your ways as a CEO or owner of the business is a surefire formula for failure. Take a listen today and find out why.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Newsroom. I am Neil Winterig, joined as always by Dr. Greg Winterig, CEO of Matterhorn Business Development. And today we are in our third film room option. We have so much money coming in from all the nice things we say about Uber that we built a third film room.
Don't forget the lift check.
Yeah. So welcome back to the channel. We make jokes about that because people think that we're making money off those videos and we don't. But anyway, today we're going to talk about a topic that you wanted to talk about today, which is a CEO being able to pivot and change their operating basis instead of being fixated on doing things one way, being multifaceted. So why don't you go ahead?
There's an article that caught my attention this morning. British Airways just fired their CEO, who had been there for 4.5 years, because their volume was down by 95% because of government restrictions.
Because of coronavirus?
Because of coronavirus, government-imposed restrictions. Now, they lost almost $5 billion in the first half of the year, but what airline didn't?
Right,
So the first thing that struck me is, so here's a CEO, he's not a new guy, he did well enough to be there for 4.5 years, and you fire him. Now, are they going to run the company without a CEO? No, they're going to replace him, but they're going to replace him with a CEO that can operate when things have to change. And I don't know this fellow, don't know his name, I just read the article, but what I can imagine is this CEO had a particular way of doing things and could not think outside the box of the norm. And so when the social system just gets like totally destroyed and all the props are kicked out, then this CEO had to pivot. And I know there are CEOs out there who basically go into troubled companies. And what they'll do is they'll shut down this product line, they'll close this division, they'll fire half the employees. They're not very popular, but within 12 months, now all of a sudden the company is profitable.
Right.
And as soon as the company gets turned around, within about 6 months, they're gone.
Yeah.
Because that's what they do. And that's what they're known for. So the thing that struck me with this is, if you want to be in business, you have to be able to pivot. You have to be able to change your mind. You have to be able to think outside the box. You have to be able to consider not doing things the way that they have always been done. And you see this happen in an athletic contest during a football game. So you'll have one team that is holding the other team completely scoreless. And then they get a lead and they're ahead by 1 touchdown. And now they've been holding the team scoreless, and there's only 2 minutes left in the game, and they go into their prevent defense,
right,
which is changing everything that had been working. But now they're operating like they're behind, and then all of a sudden the team who'd been held scoreless the whole game scores a touchdown in 43 seconds. So you have to be able, as an executive, to be going in one direction, and when things are good, you don't want to change anything. But then when things go south and the entire system is turned upside down like we have right now, you have to become now the CEO that's willing to change anything and everything.
No, that's interesting. They have to be able to change what their operating basis is. But what is interesting to me is I'm kind of unsure of what British Airways could have done to have not lost $4 billion during that time period.
Well, exactly. Now, I don't know what the new guy is going to do. You come in and they're losing money. Well, the first thing he's going to do is fire a bunch of people. And he's going to be very unpopular.
Yeah.
And, here's the real issue is that running a business is not a popularity contest. And running a business is not a democracy. Running a business is taking care of the business. And sometimes certain people have to be dismissed. Sometimes product lines need to be cut. You and I have talked about it before on Marcus Lemonis, the prophet. He'll go into this business that has 100 different products, and he'll evaluate, well, we're making 90% of our money from 10 products, so I'm trashing
That's right.
I'm trashing 90 of the products, and the owner's crying, and it breaks my heart because, everybody liked the triple chocolate ice cream. Yeah, but you sold 10 last year.
Yeah, one person liked it.
One person. We were with Profit First. We were consulting a vendor that had a coffee shop, and they would always buy a carton of Mountain Dew for the single customer that came in that ordered Mountain Dew. And they would drive out of their way, on their way in every week to get well then, why are you selling Mountain Dew?
Yeah.
So I guess the point of this is, as a CEO, you have to be willing to just completely think outside the box and scrap everything you've been doing and go in another direction, obviously while playing by the rules.
Yeah, no, it's for sure. And to be fair, the guy who just got fired could go work at Uber, and they lose a lot less than $4 billion a quarter.
It's actually true.
And he'd fit in pretty nicely.
Yeah, he'd roll right in there.
He'd roll right into there.
So the point of this video today that really struck me is, as a CEO, as an owner, and maybe you don't even consider yourself the CEO, but it's you who's making the shots, and it's your business. These are your decisions, and you have to be willing to change your pattern. You have to be willing to change your mind. And if you're going to be stubborn and continue to follow the path in your business that is losing, then there are consequences of that.
Yeah, I mean, I started a new side project as well, as you know. And in just the last 2 months, I've probably made 8 or 10 big changes from when I started. Right. And it's not that I wasn't making money or selling products before. It's just that every time I sold a new product, I found a way to make it easier.
Yep.
I found a way to make it faster to install. I found out that maybe I could charge a little bit more because that would help me with X, Y, and Z. And I've changed every step of the way. But you meet people who haven't changed the menu on their restaurant in 10 years and they can't figure out why nobody's coming back. You have to be changing and evolving all the time.
Yep.
And if you're not changing with the times, then you're not going to be successful for very long.
And when things are going well, the changes are small.
Yeah, little
changes. Add this, a little bonus, a little thing. But when things are going awful, now it's time to just trash the whole thing and go in a new direction.
You have to make changes quickly in that case.
Exactly. So if you're going to stay open, if you're going to stay in business, if you're going to stay profitable during a changing economy, then you have to be able to pivot and go in another direction. And that's my advice for everybody watching who owns their own business today.
So hit the thumbs up, subscribe, comment down below, and we'll see you next week on the Newsroom.